Hello, my dear friends. Friends, many people keep asking me questions, especially on spiritual topics, and I have now with me a lot of questions, and I thought of making videos to answer all these questions so that I can address a large number of people, and because these questions are very general and maybe in the minds of many people. So, if I give my answers through videos, then many people may benefit, right? So, with that hope, from this video, I'm starting this answering these questions. Now, I have about 6 questions from a single person. The person seems to be very intelligent, and he is presently an HR consultant helping many organizations, many people. Uh, his name is Mr. Sandeep Grover, and he has asked me 6 questions, and each question is really very important, right? And for this video I take one of his questions, and the question is how to improve your spiritual quotient. Now, first of all, let me clarify that you hear about IQ, intelligence quotient, right? A score. There is a test, and then you score how many numbers you score, and that indicates your IQ level. But see, when we are talking about spiritual development, spiritual matters, there cannot be just a figure, a score, which will tell you whether you are spiritually evolved or not. Spiritual development is quite intricate, right? There are so many things. So, what I understand by this question is wants to know how to improve spiritually. Now, see, unless you know the importance of something, you won't put the right efforts. That thing doesn't become important for you unless you know why it is important, why you need improvement in spiritual matters. And for that, you need to know that you are a spiritual being in essence, coming here on this earth in form of male or female in different life conditions, right, in order to learn certain lessons of life. The sole purpose of coming here is to learn. Now, the place where you reside in your true form, in your overself, actual real form, right, that is too fine dimension. In order to have these hard lessons of life, you have to come here on this three-dimensional world. And how you can come here? In your essence, in your true form. You are not made up of the 5 elements of this world. So you have to have a body. So you come here encased in this physical body, which is made up of the 5 elements of this world. So you are not a physical, just a physical body, but you are in essence a spiritual being encased in this physical body, and you have come here in order to learn lessons of life. And it is tragedy of life that no one learns only through comforts, ease and comforts. I wish people could learn, but the hard fact is that no one learns the hard lessons of life through comforts only. So sorrow and sufferings are part of life, very essential for your spiritual development. So you need to know these basic things. Now, life is eternal. At death you will lose only your physical body. So it is like a garment. So whatever you learn here, now I am not talking about learning of physical sciences and physical topics, subjects. right? You could be a scientist, you could be an engineer. Whatever you learned in your field is going to stay here. That is helping you to have a good career as long as you are living. After you leave this earth, after death, all this learning, your education which you had in your school and college about the physical sciences and subjects is going to remain here, right? Whatever is going to go with you will be the essence of learning about the lessons of life, learning about patience, tolerance, helping others, loving others unconditionally, and so on. These things, a part of your character will go with you, right? So if you know this basic, then you know why it is important, why your spiritual development is important, right? Now how to improve? Well, the very first requirement is, out of your busy life, to spare at least half an hour. At least. Even that may be very difficult for many people. But if you know the importance of it, you will and you can spare half an hour. You can sacrifice a little bit of your sleep or comfort or TV watching time or anything. Make a place where you can sit in silence without getting disturbed. Make that place your altar, your temple, so that when you go there, you can internalize, you can go inside, right? You can withdraw your senses, introspect, see what are the faults of your character, negative traits which you want to overcome, because that is the essence of learning, to improve your character, to purify yourself. So that is the very first requirement. And the main tools for this improvement, spiritual improvement, the main tools are breathing exercises and meditation. Now, I cannot elaborate on these two because I have already made many videos. Breathing is interrelated with your mind, and it is your mind which can be your enemy, which can be your friend. And your spiritual development cannot be by ignoring your mind. Generally what happens? Mind rules our life, right? But unless you learn to rule over your mind, control your mind, discipline your mind, you cannot have any spiritual development. And that is, controlling or disciplining your mind is only through meditation. And breathing will help you. Breathing, pranayam. So even if you start with half an hour of your spare time daily, you can do little bit of breathing, spend about 10 minutes on breathing, and then the rest sitting still and introspecting what you lack in your character, what are your shortcomings. If you are honest, you know. Don't tell others, but you know what are your shortcomings that you need to improve. Keeping in mind the basics, why you are here, why it is important, which I have told you briefly, right? Then plan secretly, keep it to yourself, and make an altar in your bedroom where you can sit and burn a thick stick of incense of any fragrance which you like. That really helps to raise the vibrations of the place where you will sit, so that it will be easier for you then when you go there at that place. It will be much easier for you to go inside, to introspect, to withdraw your senses from outside, because burning a thick stick, not agarbatti, thick stick, wet, incense, and that incense should be based on natural ingredients, okay, not artificial ones, right? And that will help you. That will help you to introspect, go inside. That is the beginning, and that is these two things, pranayam and meditation, are must. When you ask me how to, right? Side by side you can also study spiritual things. You should know the concepts. Now how you can know the whether you are developing or not, right? The very first indication is that you are living contentedly. See, nobody is having 100% of whatever that person wants, right? There are so many things which you desire and you have not achieved so far. But whatever your situation in life, whatever your conditions in life, right? Whatever you have, are you contented with that? Now, by saying contented with that doesn't mean that you do not try to improve your conditions, your status. No, nobody is stopping you, and you must do that all the time. Try to improve. But whatever you have, at least if you are not contented, you won't enjoy the present moment, and this present moment is very important because it is going to be your future in the next moment, very next moment. So if you waste your present moment either by worrying about your future or thinking unnecessarily about your past events, then you lose your present moment, which is very precious, right? So if you are living contentedly in the present moment, enjoying whatever you have, not comparing yourself with others, but if you want to compare with those who are less privileged than you, okay? There are so many. So that this is a very first indication whether you have set your foot on the path of spiritual development, whether you are living contentedly, you are happy in whatever you have, right? If you cannot afford, you have a smaller car, smaller house, you cannot afford a bigger house, but you think as per your status you need more, then you will never be satisfied. Okay? So this is the very first requirement. So you need to learn this, right? Now you want to improve, then take these things, these indications as indications of your spiritual development. Now the next thing, there can be so many things. You have to purify yourself, right? And there are so many things, right? If you introspect, you will know what are your shortcomings, what are your negative traits of stealing, telling lies, harming others, deceiving others, greed, lust. So you have to one by one get rid of these. And you must pass the tests of nature. Nature will test you. If you think you have overcome greed and you get a chance of doing any corrupt practice in order to get wealth instantly, and you are assured that nobody is going to catch you, even then you don't do it, then you are developed, right? So these indications are there. You can judge, but never judge others. Let me warn you. Even avatars may have deliberately kept some fault in their character, some shortcoming, because in the purest form you cannot exist even for a moment on this imperfect world. So even avatars, they deliberately choose some shortcoming in their behavior or something. Don't try to judge others. You can't. Yes, if any other person has deceived you, is deceiving you, is harming you, then there shouldn't be any doubt that person is not spiritually developed at all. But out of curiosity, don't judge others. Judge yourself. And you know whatever indications I am telling you, you will know to try to improve yourself, right? Other things there are so many things, but if you move on these lines, you will know. Don't have undue fear of death. As you develop spiritually, you become brave, because you know there is no untimely death. Even death through accidents is not untimely. We are not being controlled by an unintelligent system, haphazard system. Such a system exists only on this earth because of selfish leaders and so on, wrong governance. But in the kingdom of God, everything is. We fail to understand, comprehend, but things don't happen haphazardly. There are no coincidences, my dear friends. There is no untimely death. So you see, fear of death is naturally implanted in us so that we take care. We don't unduly risk our lives. That is must. But many people have phobias, right? That is wrong. So try to work on that if you have. Then hatred. Now, if you do not get on well with any other person, maybe your relative or maybe your friend or acquaintance, but if you get, it is unable, you are unable to get on well with that person, because each person has a vibration, and if your vibrations do not match with that person, then just keep your path separate, right? Don't deal with that person, right? But to have hatred, to think of harming that person in any way, that is wrong. Now many people say, he deceived me, he is a bad person, I want to kill him. No, that is wrong. You are spoiling your character. You are not developed spiritually then. So if you do not like any other person, it's okay, fine, nothing wrong with that. But don't think of harming that person in any way. Even pray for that person. When you sit in silence, pray for others. Pray that that person gets some good thoughts, gets some wisdom to deal with others in a right way. That will help, right? Now there are so many things, right? Having undue repulsion and undue attachment with things, being too possessive of material things. So many things, you have to work over these, get rid of these, and then you will be improving. But the main tools which you require for your development are pranayam, breathing exercises, and meditation and introspection, sitting in silence in your bedroom or wherever you make an altar, and go inside yourself and introspect and then work on it. Do it secretly. And the other thing is helping others in whatever way you can. If you have if you can help financially, good, but if you cannot help financially, you can help in many other ways. If a person is depressed, sad, just give your ears, and that person may be relieved by sharing his or her difficulties with you. So helping others, your intention of helping with others. See, these are your intentions by which the divine is grading you, where you stand spiritually. So these are the indications, my dear friend. There are so many things. So basically it is to purify yourself, to getting rid of your negative traits, right? And there is no limit. When you are 100% purified, you won't be here on this earth. So your future is going to be much more full of freedom, right? As you develop spiritually, right? Now in present life you may be having many restrictions set by nature. You are unable to do so many things. You are suffering, right? But as you evolve, there will be no suffering. Suffering, sorrow is there just to teach you the hard lessons of life. But if you learn, then these things are not required. So my dear friends, I hope Mr. Sandeep Grover, whose question was this, I am thankful to him first of all for posing this very important question. So I hope he is satisfied. If not, he should let me know. And I hope many people benefit. And if you have any questions, I am asking you all, you can let me know. I will try to answer these. Thank you for watching.